Look closer. For one-third of our lives, we willingly abandon the world. We forsake our control, surrender our thoughts, and descend into a state of profound vulnerability. We call it sleep. It is perhaps the most universal and yet most mysterious ritual of the human experience. But why? With the entire 24-hour cycle at our disposal, do we universally enter this trance exactly when the sun retreats and the world is plunged into darkness? This isn't a mere cultural suggestion. It isn't a choice made by convenience. It is a deep, unbreakable command, a biological decree written into our very DNA. But who, or what, is the master orchestrator of this nightly surrender? Is it a simple habit inherited from our cave-dwelling ancestors? Or is it a profound, gravitational pull exerted by the cosmic synchronization of Earth and Sun? Tonight, we journey into the hidden clockwork of the human body. We seek the answer to the enduring question, why do we sleep exactly at night? And in understanding the mechanisms of our slumber, we will uncover a truth about our ancient connection to the cosmos. Let us first dispel the simplest notion that we sleep because it gets dark. While darkness is the trigger, the true master clock is internal. It is a tiny cluster of about 20,000 neurons, nestled deep within the hypothalamus of your brain, known as the suprachiasmatic nucleus, or SCN. The SCN is the pacemaker of your existence. It operates on an approximate 24-hour cycle, your circadian rhythm. The SCN is exquisitely sensitive to light. When light strikes the retina of your eye, a signal travels directly to this master clock. This light signal sets and resets your internal rhythm every day, synchronizing your entire body to the external world. But what happens when the light fades? The SCN detects the absence of light, and this is its command to begin preparing the body for the nightly shutdown. The clock does not command sleep directly. It commands the release of the chemical agent of sleep. This brings us to a crucial element of the secret. A hidden biochemical messenger, a substance so powerful that it can turn off the conscious mind and lull a human into deep, restorative unconsciousness. The agent of darkness is a simple yet profound hormone, melatonin. This is the substance whose release is directly controlled by the SCN. When the SCN senses the absence of light, it sends a signal to a small, pinecone-shaped gland deep in the brain, the pineal gland. The pineal gland then begins to flood the bloodstream with melatonin. Melatonin does not function as a sedative. It acts as an internal darkness signal. Its job is to tell the entire body, every cell, that the period of night has begun. It lowers the body temperature, decreases alertness, and slows down non-essential functions. It is the chemical equivalent of dimming the lights and announcing that the day's performance is over. It creates the physiological conditions necessary for sleep to occur. But melatonin merely sets the time for sleep. The actual need for sleep is driven by something else entirely, a relentless, increasing chemical pressure that builds up with every waking moment, forcing us into slumber regardless of the time on the clock. If melatonin is the clock, then adenosine is the debt collector. With every thought, every movement, and every firing synapse, your brain burns energy in the form of adenosine triphosphate, or ADP. As ADP is used, it leaves behind a byproduct, adenosine. This molecule begins to accumulate in the spaces between your neurons. The longer you stay awake, the more adenosine accumulates, and the higher the pressure becomes. Adenosine acts as a powerful brake on your central nervous system. It binds to specific receptors on your neurons, slowing down their activity and making you feel tired, groggy, and cognitively impaired. This is the biological reality of sleep deprivation. The accumulation of adenosine creates an overwhelming, physical need for sleep that cannot be negotiated. The only known way to clear this molecular debt is through deep sleep, during which the brain can break down the adenosine and prepare for a new day. This relentless, Chemical pressure is why you can sleep during the day, but the clock ensures that the most opportune moment for this cleansing process occurs when we are naturally least active. So, the brain has a clock and a debt collector. But why did evolution couple these systems so tightly with the day/night cycle? The answer is rooted in our survival. We, as humans, are diurnal creatures. Our primary sense is sight, and in the absence of sunlight, our ability to hunt, gather, and defend ourselves is severely compromised. In the past, venturing out at night was a catastrophic risk. The darkness belonged to powerful nocturnal predators. Therefore, the most efficient and safest strategy for survival was to remain hidden and immobile during the hours of darkness. Evolution hardwired the instruction: when the light is gone, shut down. This allowed our ancestors to conserve precious energy, minimize the risk of attack, and utilize the night for essential biological repair. The night is not just a time for rest. It is an ancient survival contract. It is a time for the body to perform critical maintenance, clearing out toxins, consolidating memories, and physically repairing tissues. The predictable absence of light provides the most reliable signal for the body to switch into this essential repair mode. Today, we live in a world of artificial light, a world that attempts to defy the ancient decree of the SCN. We use our screens, our phones, and our LED lights to flood our retinas with blue light long after the sun has set. This light, we discover, is a powerful inhibitor of melatonin. When our eyes sense the light, the SCN is tricked into believing it is still daytime, and it halts the release of the sleep hormone. This conflict between our internal biological clock and our external modern habits leads to a profound state of biological confusion. Our debt collector is screaming for rest, but our clock is refusing to send the signal, leading to insomnia, disrupted sleep, and a host of health issues. The modern world is forcing a desynchronization of our ancient, finely tuned survival system. The consequences are chronic fatigue, poor concentration, and a breakdown of the vital repair processes that only truly happen in the deep stages of sleep. So, we return to our initial question: why do we sleep exactly at night? The answer is a symphony of physics, chemistry, and evolution. It is not a choice, but a complex, beautiful, and necessary command. The Earth's rotation dictates the light. The SCN detects the absence of that light. Melatonin is released as the chemical signal of darkness. And adenosine, the molecular debt collector, forces us to pay the cost of being awake. We sleep at night because it is the safest, most efficient, and most profoundly logical time for a species reliant on sight to perform its crucial biological reboot. The rule is simple and unyielding. Our minds, our bodies, and our very survival remain inextricably linked to the rhythm of the cosmos. The sleep ritual is simply our way of submitting to that grand, universal law. The universe, as we've seen, holds secrets far grander than we often imagine. If this journey into the unseen has awakened your curiosity, and if you're ready to explore more of the profound mysteries that surround us, then subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell. Join our quest to uncover the hidden truths that reshape our understanding of the world. Because the most profound questions often linger in the quiet moments, waiting to be asked and answered.